Okay, I think I'm all set. So it's package number 3212212. Gamble 4. Okay, I'm gonna go with this. Departure park. Departure ground. Oh, great. Crashes. Okay. This is gonna be it. I think I got it all set. Wait, auto PGT might as well. Give me a sec. Try the F15K and do some casts with GBUs. Hey, Randall. The F15K. I've been so green in any aircraft, even with the F16, that going on to the F15K might be a little bit of a struggle. I mostly had this TARCAP in mind, which apparently
All right, listen up.
has no other flights attached to it. So I'm going to treat this flight as a sweep sort of deal, because there's a time on target here, which I'm supposed to respect, but I won't, because this is supposed to be TARCAP for a flight, for a package for other flights, but none are attached to this, so there's no point. I'm gonna go up there, get into whatever trouble I can get to, and then come back. So that's gonna be that. Yeah, like a sweep. That's what I'm gonna do. This is going to be treated just like a sweep. So I am going to go ahead and, let's see, wipe this off and hit takeoff and get the show on the road. And hopefully this goes a little better than last week, with me drifting on the runway and all that stuff on takeoff. Okay. It's nighttime, which is not my preferred time of day. Hey, Tucson Blue. How's it going, man? My loadout is... Let me see if I can show you. It's 5 slammers, 1 heater, 2 wing bags, the TGP, and the centerline jammer. So that's gonna be the loadout for today. Yeah, so that's gonna be that. What? Damn it! What am I doing? So yeah, for those of you that were waiting for the live stream last night, my apologies. It really didn't work out. I had some IRL issues, and when they were cleared up, it was already very late. So unfortunately, I couldn't do that live stream along with Sim Gaming Live. But hopefully, one of these days we can get that going. And have him on here on the channel and chilling out with everybody. I hope everybody's doing well, by the way. Hope everybody's having a good weekend. 15,000 pounds. How? Well, that's a bizarre value. By default, they had a centerline fuel tank, which I took off, but I guess didn't update the value in the system, which is bizarre. In any case, you're going on patrol and I am on patrol in real life. Fly safe. Buenos night, Alex. Yeah, if you are on patrol, yeah, stay safe, man. I hope everybody, I hope everything goes well on your patrol. So that, and we load to the TC. That's the steady. Let's turn these up. Mouse wheel, give me a break. Thank you, Alex. Considering how I've been flying, me doing it in a safe manner cannot. It's something I cannot completely promise, but I'll do what I can. Okay. Headphone wearers, warning, because I will run the bit test. All right, let's get this. First of all, let's go UFC. Run up the HMCS. Okay, Carousel allow, let's do 22,000 feet. I set Joker at 3,500. Let me see actually before I go on. Did it generate the kneeboards like I tried to. Where is it? Well, it did some of them. Yeah, there's still something going on with my weapon delivery planner. Hey Trindade, how is it going? I'm doing well, just getting a little stream in. This is not right. Damn it. This I want on channel 2. Gonna go on channel 2 on this one as
visual
well.
Approach. Wind 228 degrees, 10 knots. Gusts
Yeah, just lock the front wheel. Yeah, like
visibility
so I
10
can't have so I'm not gonna have the same incident as last
Sky
week.
conditions.
Yes, I
No
will try to
clouds.
do that.
Temperature plus 0.5 degrees Celsius.
For takeoff. Switch to
Altimeter 1022 millibars. Gunson, Information Juliet.
Information Juliet.
Runway 18.
All right.
Expect visual approach.
Got the information I needed from here. Throw this on. I am doing so. What's going on is a TARCAP mission was generated. However, there are no other flights attached to this mission. So it's basically the package is just this flight I'm on. So I'm going to treat this as just a straight up sweep. I'm going to go up there with an air-to-air loadout and get into as much trouble as I can. All right, let's continue. This is set up. Link 16 is starting up, so I'm good to go on that. Okay, nav modes. I'm gonna set these pages up. Link 16 is on. There we are. I want this missile shooting first, if and when I shoot. That's master air-to-air. Missile override is gonna be the same deal. Dogfight mode, we want this on slave. Master arm simulate follows sight. Okay. One thing I will do, don't really need to do this on this type of mission, but I've been forgetting, is selective jettison that. I will not configure air to ground because we do not have air to ground munitions. And then set the landing lights to taxi. Set these to flash. The departure time was 9:33 rather. I am going to go ahead and time compress. Excuse me. Before I do that, should do some flight control surfaces checks. So everything seems to be functioning correctly. Put this on.
Hammer 1-1, request taxi back. Hammer 1-1, taxi to the right.
Looking for a taxi time of 9:27:28. Hey, à la de combat virtual Cuba. Greetings. I hope you are. I hope you are well. Greetings to Cuba as well from Portugal.
Mohawk 1, 2 ship, F-15s. Request taxi.
Good evening, Mohawk 1. You are number 2 for departure. Taxi, Charlie, Papa, Echo.
Yeah, I recognize you from
short,
the.
runway
I recognize you from the BMS forum as well as
Mohawk
the.
1, taxiing.
As well as your videos, which I've watched a couple of. Okay, let's get the chocks and pins removed. Hey, the original Coda, how's it going, man? Welcome to the stream. Guns on ground, Gamble 4, 2 Vipers. Request taxi, runway 18 with information, Juliet on
Mohawk
board.
1-1, contact tower for takeoff. Switch to 9230.
Follow my channel. Thank you. I think I'm subscribed to yours as well. Right, I was distracted. Let me go ahead and.
Good evening, Gamble 4. You are number 2 for departure. Taxi, Papa, Echo, and then hold short, runway 18.
Number 2 for departure, taxi, Papa Echo, and hold short runway 18 for Gamble 4. Let me put this on here. Let me reposition myself here. And let's go on. It's going to be a nighttime air-to-air sortie. Which is going to be channel challenge of its own, but I will try to make do. What I might do is unrestricted climb out of the airbase. If I've ever played the Gibraltar Theater, I have. Many years ago, I have. Because, of course, it contains Portugal, and I'm Portuguese, as well as Spain and other stuff. But, yeah. I have played it way back in the day. Hey Macadon, welcome to the stream, man. Yeah, night flights are difficult. We will see. I don't really enjoy looking through this, but we'll see how this goes. I actually don't mind personally flying at night in VR because of the way the night vision goggles look in VR. I don't mind it as much in that situation. On a monitor, not so much. Not much of a fan, but I don't think anyone is. All right. We are going to go up here.
Gamble 4-1, contact tower for takeoff. Switch to 9230.
Contact tower for Gamble 4. Have a good night. And we are roughly 3 minutes from departure. Gonna stop here. Switch this to take landing. Arm that. Throw that on. And we should be pretty much good to go. Here's our aircraft. Again, we have 5 slammers, or 5 AIM-120s, 1 Sidewinder, 2 fuel tanks, centerline jammer, the TGP for VID if needed. However, my fuel on here still thinks I have a centerline fuel tank, which was loaded by default, but of course I do not have that. Yeah, the system has an incorrect fuel total, which I will not trust. I will give that a 3,000 or 4,000 margin of error, 4,000 pounds margin of error. All right, let's contact tower, let them know that we are ready to depart whenever they want to clear us. Gunsan Tower, Gamble 4, 2 Vipers, holding short runway 18 at Echo, ready for departure. And I do not want my number 2 to be forming up, so this is going to be a single ship takeoff. Yeah, that's a good point. I could have enabled that.
Gamble 4, gonna sound south, wind 220 at 5 knots, runway 18. You're cleared for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff for Gamble 4.
Mohawk 1, 2 ship, F-15s, inbound from overhead landing.
Alright, let's go ahead and line up.
Mohawk 1, gonna sound south, continue inbound for runway 18, cleared for overhead.
Okay. Let's stop here. Disengage nose wheel steering. I will not repeat the same mistake as last week. Flight control surface is functioning correctly. Run up. I will do an unrestricted climb, so brakes, release. I'm gonna take off, get the wheels off the ground, and then we're gonna push for altitude. Okay, let's level off the aircraft. Gonna be low level here for a second, and then we will pull up. I want 500 knots.
Gamble 4-1, contact departure.
Contact departure for Gamble 4-1. Have a good night. And we are going up.
Mudhen 6, 2 ship, F-16s, ready for departure.
50 degrees nose up is fine. I'll roll out at passing 10,000 feet. There we are. And let's get off afterburner and
2, airborne.
level off the aircraft. Right. Gunsan departure, Gamble 4, 2 Vipers, passing 14,000 feet, airborne.
Gamble 4, Kunasan, departure. Depart heading
Gamble
020.
4-2, on my way.
Resume on navigation.
Depart heading 020, resume on navigation for Gamble 4. Okay, so we are going to engage this and this. Like night missions in BMS. Yeah, that's that can be helpful. Excuse me. Hey Mohammed, welcome to the stream, man. Okay. We are about to go past transition altitude. Let's set this up to 1013. Don't know where number 2 is. Somewhere around here. There he is. 4 miles away. Again, the wind's causing significant offset. Let's set the drift compensation. Oh, my headset just gave me a battery low warning. I'm glad this is an area with not a lot of stuff going on. There we go. Plug this in. There we go. Okay, I think I'm gonna go ahead and get off of the departure frequency. Conton departure, gamble 4, switching tactical. Have a good night. Okay, let's call Sentry, or whoever it is on station today. Sentry 1, gamble 4, 2 Vipers, at bullseye 171111, pass in 22,000, quest picture.
Gamble 4-1, magic 1. Picture is 3 groups. Range split. Lead group bullseye 305202000. Track southwest. Bogey. Center group bullseye 335162000. Track southwest. Bogey. Trail group bullseye 335162000. Track southwest. Bogey.
Okay, all these groups stay called or west of our target area, of our patrol area. Let's get Sentry gamble 4-1, copies up. Let's get our wingman to go spread.
2.
There they go. The alignment isn't great. You see that little glitching? Let me see if I can resolve that. Yeah, it's still happening. Yeah, it's okay. I tried to make the comms realistic, and as also practice for me in case, like, one of these days I get into a multiplayer setting with AWACS. Like Falcon events often has
2 in position.
often has GCI, a human GCI on their missions, and I do this even when talking to the AI to continue trying to keep myself, fluent in this terminology and these comms. So that's why I talk to the AI like I do. I try to make it relatively realistic. I know this isn't exactly correct. There's probably some stuff I'm missing where I'm not saying correctly, but I try. Okay, so here we are over South Korea. One thing I forgot before I started, I told myself I was gonna do this and I forgot, was to mark the flood, but I didn't. So there it is. I will go ahead and go to fence in around steer point 4-ish when I get there. I will not be holding at steer point 3 because there's no point, there's no other flights in the package. Just gonna go straight to the target area, or the patrol area. 30,000 feet is very good. Right around 30,000 feet is pretty good. Efficient on fuel. And it's a pretty good shooting position. I like to take steer point 3. I like to take AMRAAM shots, lofting them. Maybe, who knows, I'll have the opportunity to take a couple of shots here today. And we'll see. Might as well turn on the old TGP. Let's make sure it's configured in the pages I need it to be. There it is. And on the dogfight override, it is on. Excuse me. BMS, I've played BMS itself. I've played since 2015, but I've been playing Falcon 4 since, like, I don't know, year 2000, 2001. And yes, I've always been interested in aviation my whole life, ever since I was a little kid. I've always been interested in aviation. How about you? Those of you watching, if you'd like to share, how long have you been playing BMS for? Type it in chat. The amount of time you've been playing BMS or Falcon, for that matter. Not just Trindade. Everybody that would like to share, by all means. Let's do a bogey dope. Century Gamble 4 bogey dope.
Gamble 4-1, Magic 1, nearest threat, bullseye 03017 25,000, dragging, bogey, print, MiG 21.
Okay, so that's closer, actually, to the patrol area. However, I don't think it'll be a factor, it's dragging. It's a dragging to contact, which means it's going away from us. It's going cold, probably being chased by other friendlies in the area. Original Falcon. The Spectrum Holobite. Yes, you did. I think you were the one that were talking about the Spectrum version of Falcon last week. Tucson Blues. I think I remember you mentioning that. BMS like 1 year now. Always loved the F-16. Never heard of BMS till last year. Crazy, right? You know, sometimes if you look around for combat simulators, probably on Google, it's probably like a, I don't know, DCS that comes up first. Maybe even War Thunder, even though I think calling that a flight sim is kind of a blasphemy, but there it is. And you want to fly the F-16. I think the Academia da Força Aérea is in your future. Who is your back? Yusuf, can you rephrase that? I don't think I understand what you mean. Who was... Oh, how is my back? My back is doing better. A little better. Sometimes it's doing well, and other times it's pretty painful. It's something that I need to continue to deal with you know, medication and exercise, and not doing certain movements anymore. But overall, I mean, if I've been worse, put it that way. But thank you for asking, Yusuf, and welcome to the stream, man. War Thunder is a game. Yes, it is. It's more of a game than a flight sim, but there it is. This year already. Ah, okay. Okay, you're gonna be doing the tryouts this year. To be honest, I think DCS is unrealistic in many ways. A lot of eye candy. Yeah, it's like everything. As many criticisms as I have of DCS, you know, it has its strengths, has its weaknesses. Same as everything. To me personally, at this point, after flying on DCS for a number of years, I came to, for me, the weaknesses couldn't outweigh, or rather, the strengths couldn't outweigh the weaknesses anymore. There were just too many, if that makes sense. Let's go ahead and fence in. Tell this dude to fence in as well. Fence in lights off. I will do the same. Turn lights off. Trindade, I'm not sure I understand what you mean. My first try. Oh, I'm way too old to join the Air Force Academy. But I know the process. I was talking about you. I guess it's gonna be your first year, and you're gonna be on there for the evaluations or whatever it's called. But I know how the Portuguese Air Force Academy works. How their selection goes. Yeah, Growling Sidewinder is he makes great content. I wish I could make videos like his. His production value is you know, through the roof. It's really good. Let's do another Boogie Dope. Sentry Gamble for 1 Boogie Dope. It's
Gamble
magic.
one,
I need to keep that in mind.
Nearest threat 040.
040.
16,000. Beaming. Bogey. Prince. MiG-23.
It's a MiG-23. And where are they? It's beaming. Not seeing it on like 16. What aviation sims do you play besides Falcon BMS? VTOL VR. I enjoy VTOL VR a lot. That game is very underrated. I love VTOL VR. It's so much fun. It's not as deep a sim as BMS, but it has a lot of depth, more than people who had never played it will give it. But VTOL VR is excellent. I thought you were gonna meet there. I'm way too old. I wish I had the chance. If I could take back like 20 years. How's the selection? Well, it's a lot of physical stuff, and also you're gonna be doing you know, if you're gonna go for a pilot, you're gonna have to go through their you're gonna be flying a little bit, so they can evaluate your flying on the chipmunk, and a lot of academic stuff as well. 51 now and was on the army in Lomego. Ah, Buena Verde. My Air Force experience with being infiltrated in Alouette and Puma, amazing times we live in now with perfect graphics. I think we have a ranger in our midst. Or a former ranger. I was in the army too, but never in. I was never in special forces. Okay, steer point 5. Now this is where supposedly we'd be finding hostile contacts. Let me see if I can ID some stuff. Got a bunch of unknowns in the area. And jamming contacts up here. I want to build VTOL, but I don't have a VR glasses, but I heard that it is good. It is very good. It is excellent. Excellent. Whenever you do get VR glasses, make that game, put that game on your list. Ooh, I see some stuff here. Do we have candidates for? Oh, it's friendlies. Okay. Oh well, the chipmunk. I was looking to buy one of them, but I think the maintenance would make me poor. Yeah, I'm not sure how that goes, but it's a prop aircraft. I'm not sure how expensive the maintenance for that is. By the way, I was in Discord. Sent a picture. I saw the skins, the pictures you posted. I think the skin is really good. Is really good. I keep hoping that the Portuguese F-16 will be added to BMS by default, but they have a lot of stuff that they're working on. Probably that's not one of their priorities, which is understandable. What's your favorite bomb in Falcon BMS? My favorite bomb would be the GBU-54, by far. The GBU-54 I find is excellent, very versatile. Okay, let's make sure that these are friendlies. Let's zoom in. What are these? Let's see. They are phantoms. Yes, they are phantoms. Uma vez Ranger. Yes. I met a few during my time in the army. The Rangers are legendary, the Portuguese Rangers. It's because the chipmunk aged airframes will be high hours and need special inspections. First for the gypsy engine. Yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine they're not readily available. More friendlies down here. Not gonna have a chance to shoot at anybody. We're gonna go to steer point 5, then back to 6, and then I think I'm gonna retrograde back to 5 and do a couple of back and forth, see if I can pick up some hostiles while I'm here. Your control is amazing. Which HOTAS do you use? I use the Thrustmaster Warthog. But currently I'm flying in autopilot, so that's why maybe you think my control is amazing, because I'm not controlling it at all. It's all autopilot. But yeah, it's a Thrustmaster Warthog that I use. Do you think in Falcon BMS will add F-35 with cockpit? No, I don't think they will, because the cockpit is confidential and all that stuff, and I know that they are focused in realism. Here's a hostile back here, right? Which is about to be jumped by a bunch of friendlies. So, but we'll go to 2.6. Yes, I really wish the Portuguese Air Force F-16 was that. As I really doubt the devs are quite lazy. I don't think they're lazy. I just think they have a lot on their plate to begin with. I wouldn't. Lazy would not be the term I'd use. The MLUs that we have on BMS are quite outdated, and the skins are low quality. I wish they updated the MLUs so bad. I think the ones in KTO and the ones in BMS by default are up to the what's it called? The graphical standard they introduced a couple of patches back. The MLUs for Belgium and the Netherlands and Denmark. I think. As far as their systems and all that goes, I wouldn't know. But I think like most people, if we think about it, Trinidad is a matter of demand. Like the person that comes on here, or rather, most of the people that come to BMS, I think it's a safe assumption to think that they are mostly looking to fly American F-16s, the Block 40, Block 50, things like this. And I guess that might be part of the reason why, if the MLUs that we have in BMS are outdated, like you say, if that is the case, I think that might be part of the reason. But I also know that the way that they function is like, if there's something to do, they need something to volunteer to do said thing. Like, for example, they would have to have someone volunteer to do the MLUs, for example, to keep them up to date with systems and weapons and all that. And maybe none of the devs really want to pick that up and are interested in other things that they have on their list, which is, like I said, for me, it's totally understandable. Yeah, the BMS devs do everything in their free time. That is, yeah, I think we are all aware of that. Anyway, your flight is amazing. I try to, I do my best. I do what I can. But last week, especially, the landings and the takeoffs weren't brilliant. I guess we could say that for sure. Those were pretty bad. All right, let's go ahead and interrogate. Yeah, there's a hostile down here, but he's about to be. He's gonna be crossing friendly lines soon. He's way too far away for me to chase down and engage. I'm gonna come around to steer point 5 and see what I can see. But there's a lot of friendlies in that direction. Yeah, it's hot. They're all over. So I might just after this circle, I might go ahead and get out of here. So with the fuel that the system claims it has, which it does not have, so I should have around, say, 7,000 pounds, give or take.
Dog 1-1.
Just like lazy people do. What are you talking about? The BMS devs? I wouldn't say that. For real, BMS is amazing for a fan project. They do a lot to improve game and a lot of new things to the game. Yes, absolutely. Again, they have their personal lives, their jobs. So, and they still manage to keep this up in their free time, give us all this, and continue keeping the game relevant and enjoyable, even after all these years, introducing new aircraft like they did with the F-15. So they deserve a lot of praise and respect, I think. Okay, it's 2.6. Yep, AAA tracking here. I think I'm being tracked by a flak battery. Let's see if I spot any flak bursts. Yep, that's right. They get no they don't get any pay, nor would they ever accept, from what I understand, any sort of pay, which is extremely commendable. Okay, looks like I will not be shooting anything today. Let's see what this is, but it's probably another friendly. Yep, friendly. We are going back to base. They're probably gonna give me a mission fail, but I don't really care because, like I said before I started, the mission did not have any other flights attached to the package. So the one thing that many people mention is F4 versions. Oh yeah, that is true. After the code leaked, there was Allied Force for sale. I remember Allied Force being for sale. I don't remember if I ever bought it, but it was its own standalone disc. I'm not sure what the situation with that is. If they had like a licensing agreement or whatever that was. But yeah, considering all the different versions throughout the years, and BMS is the one that stands, I think that tells us something. Even if it is even as a fan-maintained project. Allied Force was official. Okay. There we go. But I think in the future someone will invest in Falcon BMS. Like I hope that will happen. A few months ago, might have been a year ago at this point, Microprose repurchased the license for Falcon. So maybe, and they confirmed Falcon 5 being in the works whenever that launches. And that supposedly Falcon 5, whenever that launches, is supposed to have an F-35 in it with a cockpit. How accurate that will be, that's going to be very much speculation. Yep, they won't sell. They're not selling the game. That is right. Crazy. I wonder Falcon Aviation would be on if MP not going under. Probably would have gone the way most franchises did, though. It's possible. I mean, who knows? Who knows? It might have. I think part of the reason why it survives is because it picked up the people that it did, and BMS and the BMS team formed. Would that have come about if Microprose was still attached to the IP? Who knows? That's like, speculation. speculation, sorry. Falcon 5 may be the best sim of all time or the biggest disappointment. Absolutely. I feel the same way. As much as I'd like to see like a big publisher pick up the Falcon brand again and have all this stuff like completely modernized, new multiplayer codes and all this stuff, more accessible, better UI. It could be just, you know, just a dud. We will have to see. Did you ever fly Jordanian F-16? I have not. I've never tried them. But I know they fly the MLUs. I never tried them though. As I always say, expect the worst but hope for the best. That's a good philosophy to have. I think that Falcon BM is one of the most digital AV sim. I don't quite understand what you just said there, Yusuf. One of the most digital AV sim. Yeah, I don't. Can you rephrase that, please? Okay, so this was pretty boring. But at least, I mean, I'm here chilling with you guys. So, as far as I'm concerned, I'm entertained. Number 2 is still over there. Let me see if I can get him a fuel check from him. See if his fuel state is reading the same as my own. Say fuel state, please.
Fuel state 9-1.
9-1. Similar. The thing was the most. BMS is WSO. Just want to be the baby on board. You would like to ride the back seat. Well, you know, maybe one day. I mean, I used to think that that they couldn't do certain things, and then BMS blows my expectations out of the water. So, you know, maybe one day we'll have WSO. Who knows? The team almost works miracles. Oh, you meant like it's one of the best? Absolutely, absolutely. One of the best, maybe the best, but that's up to personal opinion, I believe. Okay. And now we have hostiles coming down. Let's see here. That's a single MiG-23 with friendlies already gunning for it, so I'm not gonna bother. These night missions, I love to play with lights off, keyboard light, just be there in the dark. Oh yeah, that's immersion, total immersion. I'd say, the way you're describing. I don't like to play in the dark personally. I think it's a strain in my eyes. The only way I play in the dark is if I'm wearing a VR headset, which is not the case today. Okay, so we are about to hit 0.7. Let's switch it up to 0.8. I'm going to go ahead and fence out. It will tell our wingman to do the same as well. Fence out, lights on, please. I don't have VR, tried with PS4 and my life changed. Wait. Oh, I'm a dumbass. I pressed the wrong switch. VR is it is something else. I am currently having a couple of issues with my VR headset, but and I haven't found a way to stream it correctly. At least the VR headset I used to have, to stream it in a way that looked good. But if and when I do, I'll be streaming with VR, because flying in VR is just much better than flying on a screen. Do you plan on doing the F18 tutorial or F15? If the F18 comes about in the future in BMS, I will be doing tutorials. On the F15, I wish I could I wish I could invest more time into learning the systems. The reason why I think I will be doing F18 if it comes around is because I know the F18 from the time I spent in DCS. I know the systems, I know the HOTAS layout, more or less. I'm more familiar with it. For the F15, I don't know it at all. I wish I had more time to learn the F15 because it's a really good aircraft. Maybe one day I'll be able to do F15 tutorials. Imagine they add block 10, 15, 20 OCU pits into the game. Well, that'd be cool, but me personally, I'm a spoiled brat for technology and all this stuff, so I'm not the the type of audience that is looking for those old schools F16 pits. I know that a lot of people are. If they do add them, it's gonna be a benefit, regardless of what I think. Is this TrackIR key? Yes, I am using TrackIR. This is with TrackIR 5. But if I'm flying by myself in situations where my VR headset is functioning, I'm on VR. Or if I'm flying off stream and I'm not recording content tutorials, I'm using VR. I love it. Okay, let's do some time compression. This was a milk run, pretty boring, but hey, I didn't die, at least not yet. I could still die on landing. Which theater do you play? I am in Korea. This is KTO currently. I've played in the Israeli theater of operations. I've played in the Middle East. The one that has Saudi Arabia, Iraq, Iran, and the Gulf countries. I've played Balkans years and years ago, and I have played the Gibraltar theater even before that, but mostly I play Korea. I really like Korea. What's your favorite F-16 to fly? Mine is much likely the Danish F-16 AM. I like the Block 52. I like the Sofa. Yes, those would be my picks. How long have you playing Falcon BMS? I've started playing BMS, the mod itself, in 2015. I've been playing Falcon and Falcon 4 and a bunch of patches since like 2000, 2001. But I only heard of BMS itself in like 2015, and that's when I started playing it. Alright, so 31 miles to home plate. Let's get on the descent and get on the radio to talk to Gunson approach. Gunson approach. Gamble 4, 2 Vipers, 28 miles to the northeast, inbound runway 18 for overhead.
Good evening, Gamble 4-1.
Favorite theater is Israel? The Israeli theater is very good. Okay, let's
page 1020.
clear for overhead approach, runway 18, QNH 1020, Gamble 4. Might as well introduce this now. We will set the TGP off. Doesn't make a difference, but I hear IRL F-16s land with the TGP secured, so I will be doing that as well. There's number 2.
M61, F-16, 30 miles, north, 19,000. I need a vector for visual landing.
Mud N61,
Take off the drift compensation.
Vectors OVA approach, runway 18.
He's gonna be talking about, he's gonna be talking on the radio all the time, giving that dude vectors.
Descend to 5,000, maintain 300 knots, runway 18.
Okay. Started playing Falcon 1 year ago. Cool. Welcome to the community, man. But I should mention this. In my time playing Sims, there was I haven't been playing BMS the entire time. There was a few years hiatus where I was in DCS. But now I'm back on here. All right, let me slow this down.
Gamble 4-1, contact tower for landing. Switch to 9230.
Contact tower for Gamble 4. Gunsan Tower, Gamble 4. 2 Vipers, initial overhead brake, runway 18.
Gamble 4, Gunsan Tower, continue inbound 4, runway 18, cleared for overhead.
Thank you. No, thank you for being here. Thank you for being on the stream, and I hope you were enjoying. All right. I'm at the target speed. Still getting to the target altitude, which is 1.5, but we are getting there. Here we are. This is pretty good. Went pretty well. I'm not going to be reading chat here for a minute, gentlemen, because I have a hard enough time blending these days, so I'm going to be trying to focus here, but I'm not ignoring you. I'm not ignoring you guys. Okay. Gamble 4-1, Brickland. Alright, let's see how this goes. Oh, already pulling too many Gs.
2.
Rolling out, gear down, speed brakes out. There's the runway. I feel the wind blows me off of the runway really badly these days. I'm not sure if I'm not doing it right. Not sure if I'm doing like way too lazy turns.
Gamble 4, Unison Tower, weight 200 at 6 knots, runway 18, clear for landing, jet gear down.
Clear for landing, Gamble 4-1. Yeah, it's not too bad. I'm a bit too high on the glide slope, but the lineup isn't as bad as last week. Alright, lining up a little bit better. Okay, now I'm on the glide slope. Can't land too slow because I'm carrying all my weapons. And yeah. Oh, I'm a bit too getting a little low. Correct that. Should be okay now. Alright, alright, alright. Easy. Oh, a little rough. Little rough. Aero brake. Aero braking. Alright, I'm gonna... Down comes the nose. I'm on the brakes. Extending the air brake as well. Alright, that went relatively well. And this time I won't be a douchebag to the people in the ground crew. I'll take the aircraft out to the I'll take the aircraft out to the shelter. Okay. Engage nose wheel steering. Gunsan Tower, Gamble 4-1, vacating the active at Alpha.
Gamble 4-1, contact ground, switch to 273-525.
Contact ground for Gamble 4. Gunsan ground, Gamble 4, 2 Vipers, clearing the active at Alpha, request taxi back to the ramp. Nope, it was that.
Gamble 4-1, taxi to the ramp, Alpha, Papa, 01.
Taxi Alpha Papa to 01, Gamble 4.
Gamble 4-2, request taxi
Alright,
back.
what did I miss? Sorry guys, I was kind of preoccupied. I have done some online missions with people that take the game a lot like it's real life, and like I can't. I like to joke around, take pics, and do glow formations. The way they play is stressful. You need to find a middle ground. I like to play in a serious matter, but don't take it too serious, like military hierarchy and all that. I can't digest that. Don't mess this one up, Physics. I didn't do as bad as last week, I think. The original Coda, what do you think? How'd you rate my landing? 1 to 10. It was hard to learn in the beginning, but I found your tutorials. This helped learn how to play first. Learn to tower is IFF. Yeah, I mean, that's a lot of people start with weapons first, and then ramp starts and all that. But I appreciate you checking out my tutorials, and I'm always glad to to know that they help people. Much better than last week. No fire this time is always a bonus. I don't think was on fire last week. I don't think I was on fire. I had a couple of pretty bad landings, but I don't think I caught on fire. 8 out of 10. I'll take that. I'll take an 8 out of 10. Thank you. Now let's see if I can park the aircraft without bumping the wing. It's not over yet. The flare was pretty good. I will give it an 8 out of 10. I think I came down a little bit too hard on the gear. Like you saw, it kind of bounced a little bit. But yeah, I could have been worse. I could have sworn there was a. Oh, the marking is all the way right where he's going. I'll just cheat. Yeah, the way he's going is the right way to park. I'm doing it the wrong way. Oh well. Let's not bump the wing on there. And good night, everyone. Good night, MacDon. I wish you have a good evening. A good rest of your night. Have a good one. Thanks for being here. All right. I forgot to put this to taxi when I landed. Oh well. So here we are, and we are going to put in the chocks and the pins. Brought the aircraft back, not a scratch. And we are going to turn it off. Good night, Fiscus. Good night, I have a hard time pronouncing this. Yeah, have a good night. Thank you for being here. Don't think you had a fire. Yeah, there we go. Mission failed and now remain on in station area. I do not care. There was no one to cover. A bunch of deeds, a bunch of seeds. Oof, this is one I will not be doing. No, thank you. Okay, let's save that before anything. Before proceeding. Okay, what do we have? Let's stop. Deed. What are we targeting here? Up. Anti-aircraft guns. Alright,
listen up.
What's this? SA2. I was in this area last week. I'm sure of it. Excuse me. So basically this flight is to take out a single dude with a manpad. That's overkill. Overkill doesn't even begin to describe what this is. Let's see here. This is already pretty much gone. Nope. I will not be doing this patrol because this patrol is a suicide mission. A single Viper going up here. No escort, no wingman, nothing. No thank you. Briefing. SA4. I want to do this one. This is what I want to do. SA4. I wouldn't mind hunting one of these down. So there's an SA2 that we know of here. Have a good night, the original Coda. Take it easy. Thank you for being here. SA2 is done. This one is done. Okay, yep, we are going to be doing this. An SA4, I like that. Okay, so I'm gonna be carrying 3 heaters, 3 flamers, 1 heater, 2 harms, wing bags, center line jammer, the head, and I want to put on the TGP as well. And I'd like to change the skin to the this wing doesn't have it. Oh well. This version doesn't have that skin. Where's the gamblers? That it? Nope. There it is. Hey Kyle, thank you for being here. I'm I'm glad to hear they helped you learn. I'm always always happy to hear that. Okay, so I will be taking a quick break. I'm just gonna go drink a glass of water, and I'll be right back. Just be a couple of minutes. Okay, I am back. So, 2 notes. I am originally from near Lisbon, and I am currently living in the just south of Lisbon. Excuse me. Let me just clear my throat. Yeah. Sorry. I'm living currently in Margem Sul. Okay, let's do the comp plan. I messed this up before. Make sure I don't mess this up again. VHF default effects plan. Let's see, scene plan. We are Mako 5 today, or for this one. I'll be running up the clock. I need to have a look at these SAM sites. I forgot about that. It's cleared. While the clock runs up, I'll have a look at these air defense units real quick. We have some enemy aircraft floating around. They're done. These are done. That's done, very much so. I see some MiG-29s. That would be the remains of a air defense unit that does not have a. Oh no, wait! It does have its radar. Okay, let's take another save. I need to mark these SA5s because they are very much alive. These two. What about you? That's an SA2, which I don't think is going to be very much of an issue. Wait, what do I have? Oh, these I can get rid of. I'm from Porto. I spent a lot of time in Porto back in the day. Never seen a Portuguese, either DCS or BMS content creator. There are not many of, but there are a couple of us. There is another person, a friend of mine, that makes BMS content, and he's been on my streams a couple of times. I've streamed with him a couple of times. It's been a while since we have. But if you look up Nitro Viper, he is Portuguese as well. This is not SA2, this is SA5. What am I doing? SA5 right there. I will mark an SA4 on my on the target area. That's the supposed location of it. I'll just put a marker on there for reference. That's an SA2, correct. Now let's set up an SA4, so I'll have the threat circle for the mission. Let's save this again. Save. There we go. It depends. If I see Kyle, if I see the missions being tasked, if I see them being tasked incorrectly, I'll take control. But oftentimes I'll let the AI frag missions themselves. Okay, so let me make sure I save the data cartridge. I already did a save, and make sure my loadout is what I wanted. It is. We are running out of harms. This is not good. Hopefully, and we're running out of fuel tanks. Wow, the AI might be jettisoning the fuel tanks a bit too often. Hopefully, we get a resupply in before long. Anyways, let's get this going. Okay, we're in the pit. Let's close the canopy. Get rid of the pilot. I forgot this last mission. The backup radio. Set the norm. Turned on the oxygen. And start. When you have BMS, I still don't understand 90% of DD functions. Just bingo. The DD has a lot to offer. You need to think of it as a computer with different programs in it. Are they easy to understand, these programs? Not necessarily. I'll give it that. Some of them are can be a bit confusing, but it's just a matter of time and getting used to it. Okay. let's get these tests done. That's running. DTE load.
Sentry 5-1, sunrise.
Alright, let's run the RWR bit test. Alright, all works. Let's do the, oh wait.
Cyborg 3-1, contact tower for takeoff. Switch to 9230.
There we go. Joker, Bingo will do the same. 3.5, 2.5. Kerala, wait, no. Kerala, we're gonna set a warning of 22,000 feet. Let's go ahead and turn on the link 16. After that's done, we will be setting up the pages. A lot of the stuff is for maintenance anyway. Yeah, I guess so. But that's always something that bothers me because I know for a fact that I need it for IFF purposes. I still choose to ignore it. Put it this way. I think that as far as BMS goes, unless you're doing like something very advanced in multiplayer with changing IFF and all this stuff, you can, this page right here, you can completely ignore it. For like 99% of the time in single player, this, don't even touch it. Okay. Still not done with the bit. This is still aligning. Now this I need to do. In selective jettison, unless it's emergency jettison, but selective jettison, I want the fuel tanks going. Air to air, I want this missile going first. Missile override, same. Back to HSD. Dogfight mode. Bore. Simulate. Tracker follows the helmet. Good. Oh, wait. Set this back to HSD. Now, for air to ground. I don't need the FLCS here. I want the HAD. And I don't need the test page here. I want the weapon page. I will be powering this on. Set this to HSD. And that's pretty much it. Okay. We are aligned, so let's set this to nav. Let's get the ATIS.
Gunson, Information Lima.
Information Lima.
Runway 18.
Okay.
Expect visual approach.
Mm-hmm.
Wind, 206 degrees, 15 knots, gusts 17. Visibility 10 kilometers or more.
Okay.
Sky conditions, no significant clouds. Temperature, +05 degrees Celsius. Altimeter, 1019 millibars. Gunson, Information
Lima. Departure time was 12:05. I will be leaving the parking space at 12, give or take. In the beginning of my BMS career, wait, no. Yeah, in the beginning of my BMS career, some Italian gents explained that changing IFF stuff in 5 minutes, but as you can expect, I remember 1 second of it. Yeah, IFF stuff is more than I bother to learn myself. I usually prefer has over hads. For me, it just seems to take too long to get from 5 to 1. I see what you mean, but the thing is, has just shows you roughly the direction something's in. It doesn't tell you exactly where it is relatively. I understand what you mean with it taking too long to get to PGM1, but I still think the hat is far superior in terms of situational awareness and knowing where the emitters are. As far as I'm concerned, a had over has, unless I really have to use the has. Unless like the had is not available, which might happen in this campaign, because as we saw before I started, they seem to be running out of them. Alright, let me do another quick flight surfaces check. Everything works well. Continue pushing this in time compression. Let's go ahead and remove chocks and pins. Engage nose wheel steering. Didn't do the lights. Set this to flash. Good sun ground, Mako 5, 2 Vipers, request taxi, runway 18 with Information Lima on board.
Good evening, Mako 5. You are number 1 for departure. Taxi, Papa, Echo, and then hold short, runway 18.
Number 1 for departure, taxi, Papa, Echo, and hold short, runway 18 for Mako 5. And we are taxiing. Let's forget to clear this. C-130 there.
Mako 5-1, contact tower for takeoff. Switch to 9230.
Contact tower for Mako 5.
Eagle 6-1, Kunasan Tower. You are cleared for immediate landing. Runway 18. Emergency equipment is rolling.
Ooh, we got an emergency.
Eagle 6-1, on final.
I've quit trying to be a professional BMS player. I don't think there's such a thing as a professional BMS player. No, I just fly sometimes and spend hours making skins. It's hard. Came to learn. It is hard, and making skins, I think, is just as hard. It's a skill that I wish I had, and the patience and the creativity to do with classes and all of that. It just becomes impossible. Yeah, I can relate.
Eagle 6-1, Kunasan Tower.
Me personally, I don't have as much time as I wish I had to fly, but you know, real life stuff comes first. Let me check in with tower. Kunsan Tower, Mako 5, 2 Vipers, holding short of runway 18 at Echo, ready for departure.
Mako 5, hold short, arriving traffic.
Holding short, Mako 5. Before I forget, it's going to be a single ship departure.
2.
I don't like the AI lining up. I'm always kind of worried which side they're gonna pick, and it's gonna be a big mess. Yeah, apparently they have an emergency arriving. Wonder if it's this guy. That's an F15. Landing looked okay.
Century 5-1, midnight. Mako 5, Kunasan Tower. Position and hold, runway 18.
Position and hold runway 18 for Mako 5-1. Alright, checked this out a few months ago. I was working on a virtual squadron Spanish F-16. Ah, that must have been an interesting skin to create.
Mako 5, Kunasan Tower. Expedite departure, incoming traffic.
Oh, okay, want me gone? I'm going.
Mako 5, Kunasan Tower. Expedite departure, incoming traffic.
You told me to position and hold. That F-15 better be out the way.
Eagle 6-2, on final. Eagle 6-2, Kunasan Tower. You are cleared for immediate landing. Runway 18. Good luck.
Now the emergency dude is arriving. All right. That now is being used on the Gibraltar Theater. Ah, that's cool. I hope they update it soon.
Mako 5-1, contact departure.
Or at some point. Contact departure for Mako 5-1. That's the Portuguese and Moroccan. Okay. The Moroccan F-16 have Moroccan F-16s have interesting skins on them in real life, I think. Okay.
2, airborne.
Consult departure, Mako 5, 2 Vipers, airborne passing 1.5.
Mako 5, Kunasan, departure. Depart heading 315. Resume on
Mako
navigation.
5-2, on my way.
Depart heading 315, resume on navigation, Mako 5.
Plasma 7-1, contact tower for landing. Switch to 9230. Plasma 7-1, contact tower for landing. Switch to 9230.
Well, yeah, no, it's actually pretty cool. Always good to take off from Montreal. Is there an update? Did an update come out for the Gibraltar theater? I didn't. I haven't been keeping up with it. If it has, then that's really good. Here we are, heading out. Okay, let's see. As usual, I will tell Mr. Wingman to go spread.
2.
It's a new theater. It's been in the forums for 4 or 5 months. You should check it out. We were working on a new update already, even though for 3 days coming. I will definitely do that.
Magic 1-1.
I will
midnight.
absolutely do that. I was thinking about the campaign, the theater I've had in mind was called Pillars of Hercules. But I guess I was confused. It seems like this is a new, a different theater by a different team. But yeah, I'll be checking that out eventually.
Gator 3-1, 2 ship, F-15s, 25 miles, north, 27,000, inbound for overhead landing.
Good evening, Gator 3-1, Kunasan approach. You are cleared all the way
2,
in.
in
For
position.
overhead approach. Runway
There he
18.
is. Okay, on to steer point 3.
Plasma 1, airborne, 2 ship, F-16s, 2,000.
Plasma 1, Kunasan, departure. Fly heading 005.
Let me get
Resume
off
on
this frequency.
navigation.
Consult departure, Mako 5, pushing tactical. Have a good night. Magic 1, Magic 1, Mako 5, 2 Vipers, bullseye 188 for 110, pass in 11,000, checking in a stride cruise picture.
Mako 5-1, Dragnet 7, picture is 1 group.
Dragnet
Bullseye
7,
2,
that's the
5,
dominant.
5, 3, 8, 21,000. Track west. Bogey.
Okay, they're not actually that far away from my target area, considering where bullseye is. Ah, I know what I forgot again. I forgot to mark the flood. Again. I always forget that. I even asked one of the main devs to add the TB30, and now there he is. What do you mean? There he is? What are you referring? Are you saying that they will be adding the TB30 to BMS? Okay. Should have deleted this steer point. It's kind of pointless. Put on a little more engine. Put on some more power. While we are on the way to the steer point, going to go ahead and get the TGP started where I need it to. Okay, that's good. Here we are. Moving on to steer point 5. Let's see, this goes into aircraft mode. Oh, okay, you requested that the TB30 be added to the bolter, and it is now. Okay, that's cool. That's pretty neat. TB30 is a good-looking aircraft. And the sound of its engine. Yes, I haven't been around it too often, but I like the way it sounds. Oh, look at that! I see hostiles on the scope. Let's go ahead and start fencing in. Might be in for a spot of shooting here. Fence in.
2.
Let's see here. These dudes are at 21,000. These are MiG-29s. Interesting. Beige Air Show last year, 3 of them plus formation. How beautiful. I was there last year. I wasn't there on Sunday. I was there on Saturday. I didn't witness myself to the tragedy that occurred that day, but yeah, I was there the day before. And I did see the TB30 that day, on Saturday. On the day that I was there. It was They put on a good show, I thought. All right, let me. With all this stuff, let me put this back to 1030 and get ready to engage these dudes. Gonna use a lot of the afterburner, and I'm going to climb. I want the altitude to shoot missiles at him if I need to. My aircraft is heavy. You were there on Saturday too? Yeah, we've might have crossed paths then. Paths then that day if we were there on the same day. Yeah, it was awful what happened, unfortunately. There's another aircraft here. There's friendlies in the mix. I'd rather not be shooting missiles into furballs. Yeah, I see RWR returns from that area. There's an F4. A reading of an F4, F18 in that direction as well. Did I set this up right? Did. Okay. Looks like this MiG-29 is headed home. He's dragging. Let me have a look at the HADs. There's some SA2 emissions of the search radar. Okay. So that steer point is on the way back. That's weird. I'm gonna engage autopilot altitude holds. Do another check, make sure my weapons are operational. They are. Okay, so what I could do is I could shoot a missile in POS at steer point 7, looking for the SA4. Yeah, equation of motion. Let's call this a speculative shot. I take this shot, and then if the if the emitter starts singing, there's a missile on its way. If this missile does not hit, and if the emitter is still there, I have another missile to follow up. But I'm seeing here friendlies in the area. Either this SA4 is inactive, or these dudes are in a lot of trouble. But yeah, I will do that. I will shoot a missile in POS, so let's go ahead. Get in afterburner and pull up. Magnum. Echo 5-1, Magnum. Alright, let's level off. 32,000 feet. Looks good. Let me trim the aircraft. Now let's get back to the HAT page. Hello, Eragul. Welcome to the stream, man. Nitro, não comeces. Tu sabes o que é que andaste a fazer? Que foi melhor do que eu estou a fazer aqui. Trindade, this is the dude that I was telling you about. That is another Portuguese BMS content creator. Check out his channel. Okay. SA4. There's a lot of friendlies, so I'm gonna hazard the guess that this SA4 has been dealt with. I was thinking about taking a shot at a target of opportunity, but it seems that the airbase is running out of harms, so I might bring this missile back. I'm gonna breach the threat circle of the SA4 to see if it sings. Let's see here. Search radar, nav, doesn't really, not really a factor for me. Uh-huh. Listening to me speak Portuguese is weird? Oh boy. That's not. That's worrying. Alright, I'm gonna do an offset left. Oh, a target of opportunity I would take a shot at if I get it to emit would be the SA5 tracking radar, if it does start emitting. That's a ship. Ship still emitting. Alright, let's go this way a little bit. Let's push this out. SA5s not really cooperating. Well, there is one emitting. If I could filter it out. No, that's not an SA5 at all. That's search radar. What am I saying? Okay, I'm gonna be turning around. It's 2.8. Yeah, this SA4 might be gone pretty much. So yeah, here we are. SA4 not really showing itself. It might have been dealt with, like I was saying. How's the flight going? The first one was a milk run. It was a tar cap, that in which nothing happened. Flew around, didn't find anything to shoot at. Went back to base. Went smooth. This one, apparently we were supposed to be coming after an SA4, but it seems like it's been dealt with. I'm just doing a couple of orbits to see if I can bait it out or bait another system. I might go poke the SA5 because I know that was active. At least it had its radars on. Ooh, this is slow. This is too slow. I know it had its radars still, so if I can get it to emit, I'll take a shot at it. But so far, nothing's come up. To be honest, there was enemy aircraft in the area, but they seem to be gone, or they were dealt with. It's a bar lock. Let's see, twos. Well, there's an SA5. The SA5 search radar is being identified. I'm gonna do another offset this way and see if I can breach the SA5 threat circle to make it emit. Ooh, there's enemy aircraft. Let's see what type. MiG-29. If they come my way, I need to be careful. In fact, I'm going to bug these. Alright, we are breaching the SA5. We're trespassing the threat circle. Going to continue this way. There's the MiG-29, 70 miles out. Not a factor at this time. Right, and after we are done, we are going to steer point 9. Let's see, we have plenty of fuel. Could PGM-1 on this SA5 search radar. Maybe I should take this shot. Neuter the SA5 a little bit. It's not the tracking radar, but still. Okay. I'm going to face the SA5 now. Take a shot, and I'm going to be on my way. We'll be bringing the wingman's missiles back because he did not request permission to engage. I'm gonna get on gates. Pull up. And Magnum. Mako 5-1 Magnum. And we are out of here. I need to reset this trim. So you prefer using head over has? Yes, I do. We were talking about this before. I'd rather not use the has, only if I really have to. The head, in my opinion, is far superior a system to the has. No, this is not the right one. Oh, what the hell? Oh, that's number 2. Okay. Okay, I need to cursor 0 this. Get off of air to ground modes. 0.9, please. Yeah, you should give it. Yeah, you should give it a try. For me, I find it much better for situational awareness. By far. Okay. Well, at least I took a couple of shots. Last mission didn't do much, at least. I could take a couple of arm shots on this one. There's the wingman. Let's check out our fuel. 7.4. Let's ask wingman for his fuel.
Two. Fuel state 6-2.
6.2. He'll be fine. Okay, the 50 is the Hawk, if I remember. Yeah. The 50 on there is the Hawk. In BMS, I really prefer like 80 seater. Remember, I'm just called 4 balls. Yeah, a lot of people do. Nitro likes that too a lot as well. Old school stuff, old school theaters. I'm not too much of a fan of it. Like I said, I'm spoiled, and I enjoy the AMRAMs and Jahamics and standoff munitions and all that. So yeah, that's me. Okay. Let's set this to autopilot. Steering select. The SA4 never did anything. I hope I didn't just waste 2 missiles. One of them was on that POS shot, and the other on this SA5 search radar. At least I hope I took out one of those. I hope one of the missiles hit. could be going a little higher on the way. Maybe be at 35,000, something like that. There we go. This has been pretty uneventful and very dark. A little bit of time compression. Okay. Just found out the jammer we use in Portugal for F-16s are the same as they use on Phantoms, bro. We are so cooked. You know, it might not be, the pod might be the same, but the software in it probably isn't. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and fence out. Tell my wingman to do the same. It's out.
2, fence out.
We are a ways away to the base, to home plate. We will be using time compression a little bit. We haven't seen the 1310s here in the US for a long time. Janky, I guess you were a ground crew of the on the F-16s. That's pretty cool. Yeah, a lot of the MLU users, I think, still use the 131s, but I do hope that they're using like modern, like updated software on them. Ah, cool. F-16 avionics. That's very cool. How bad am I employing the avionics, Janky, in your professional opinion? Teach you stuff. I find that very hard to believe. Hey Danko, good to have you, man. Good to have you on the stream. Great job at the desk, Link 16. Oh yeah, the Link 16 really was and still is a excuse me, really is a massive game changer in my opinion. Upgrade RWR display. Alright, we are getting close to the airbase. Relatively. Need to put on more speed. Yeah, that's a good question, Janky, if you'd like to share. If you don't mind, which block do you normally work on? Well, a lot of them. A lot of the C's, I guess. And the Slovak Block 70. That's very cool. Guns on approach. Mako 5. 2 Vipers. 28 miles to the northeast. Correction, to the northwest. Inbound. Overhead brake. Runway 18.
Mako 5-1, Gunas on approach. You are cleared all the way in for overhead approach. Runway 18. QNH 1018.
Clears all the way in for overhead approach runway 18, QNH 1018 for Mako 5. Gotta be careful. Yeah, I can imagine, considering what they have in them, supposedly, that you can't just be discussing them openly like that. From what's publicly available, they seem to be very very advanced. Alright, let's get a little bit more nose down.
Mako 5-1, contact tower for landing.
Contact tower for Mako 5.
Cyborg 3-2, contact ground, switch to 273-525.
Gunsan tower.
Cyborg 3-3, contact ground, switch to 273-525.
Gunsan tower, Mako
Cyborg 3-4, contact ground, switch to 273-525.
Anyone else? Gunsan Tower, Mako 5, 2 Vipers, initial overhead brake, runway 18.
Miko 5, Gunsan Tower. Continue inbound for runway 18, clear for overhead.
Continue inbound, runway 18, clear for overhead, Mako 5. Here we are. Mako 5-1, brake land.
Two.
Gear down. Brake brakes out. Instead of voice pro attack. No, I do not use voice attack. I just say it because I like to practice in case, like one of these days, I end up in a multiplayer lobby with an IRL ATC or a human ATC rather, and that's why I do it. That's why I say this stuff, but I do not have a voice attack program now.
At 8 knots, runway 18, clear for landing. Jet gear down.
Clear for landing, Mako 5. And that's why I read back the stuff. Ooh, this is awful. Yeah, I'm taking a go around. That's a lazy turn. Mako 5-1 on the go around. Pois é, estás a ver, Trindade? Nada mal, hein? Thanks, man. Thanks, Janky.
Execute Mr. Approach. Clearance cancel. Vector 345.
I do my best. I do what I can. Not being a professional and all that. Okay. Contact approach for contact approach for resequencing for Mako 5. Just gonna call approach request straight in.
Mako 5-1, abort landing. Vector 345. Contact approach for resequencing.
Gunsan approach Mako 5-1. Request straight in landing runway 18.
Bulldog 3-1, Tosha, F-16s, 30 miles, northeast, 19,000. Request vector for visual landing.
Good evening, Mako 5-1. Gunsan approach. Continuing down for straight in approach. Runway 18. QNH 1019.
Continuing inbound for runway 18.
Gunsan approach. Welcome back. Vector
whatever.
approach. Runway 18. QNH 1018.
Number 2's probably down already.
Bulldog 3-1, turn right heading 270, descend to 5,000, maintain 300 knots. Mako 5-1, contact tower for landing. Bulldog 3-2, turn right heading
Contact tower, Mako
270, descend.
Gunsan Tower, Mako 5-1, turning final, straight in, runway 18.
Miko 5-1, Gunsan Tower. Continue inbound for runway 18, report on final.
Continue inbound, report on final, runway 18 for Mako 51. Oh, I can imagine. Yeah. You have other stuff going on, Janky.
2.
Yeah, I guess
2.
like real life pilots would find a lot of faults in the way I do things. Pretty sure. You took an incentive ride in the back seat. That's pretty cool. I wish I could. I could do that. I take the sickness for the opportunity to fly in one. Gunsan Tower, make a 5-1 on final. Gear down.
Miko 51, Gunsan Tower. Continue inbound for runway 18.
Continue inbound for 118. Mako 5-1. Is he not going to clear me? There's the Peppy lights.
Miko 51, Gunsan Tower. Wing 210 at 8 knots. Runway 18, clear for landing. Jet gear down.
Clear for landing. Mako 5-1. Okay, bit of a crosswind going on. Oh, too fast. All right, let's start flaring. Pretty smooth. Better than previous landing, I thought.
Gator 6, 2-ship F-15s. Ready for departure. Gator 6, Gunsan Tower. Position and hold. Runway 18.
On the brakes. All right.
Gator 6, Gunsan Tower. Wing 210 at 8 knots. Runway 18. You're cleared for takeoff. Miko 51, contact ground. Switch to 27325.
Mako 5-1 active vacated at Alpha. Contact ground for Mako 5. Good sun ground, Mako 5. Request taxi back to the ramp. Alright, let me see what I missed. Missed a bunch. Actually, a finalization flight.
Alpha, Papa 04.
Taxi back to the ramp, Alpha Papa 04.
Request taxi.
Mako 5.
Good evening, Hawkeye 3. You are number 2 for departure. Taxi, Papa, Echo,
Flying
pin and hold,
for
short,
a
runway
surface
18.
attack mission. Wasn't able to call knock it off. I got sick had to deal with it until the end of the mission. Ooh, I can imagine. Everything was turned on. That was 2023. That was great. Hey, Sim Gaming Life, how's it going, man? Just landed. Just now landed after my second mission. I might do another one. I did set foot in a military base here in Portugal. Single day of military service. Chance of riding what I think was a BMP. Some sort of armored vehicle. It might have been an
Hawkeye
M113
3, taxiing.
or a what are they called? The M113, or it could have been Pandur. Was it a tracked vehicle that looked like a box? Because if it was the M113. How was your flight there, Damien? Leopard? I doubt it. I doubt it. I doubt he rode in a Leopard. That's a tank. He probably rode in an armored personnel carrier. Yeah, the M113 or the Pandur would be my guess. Okay. Yeah, I'm doing okay. Doing okay. I might do another mission here. Let's see. Let's see if I got any hits with the old arms. I got a hit on a radar, B-37. Not sure if this is part of the SA-5. No damage inflicted the assigned target. Well, we didn't know where the assigned target was, nor did it manifest itself. So, sorry, not sorry. Let's see. What else is there? I'm not doing that. That's way too far. Let's run up the clock a little bit, see if something interesting pops up. Yeah, 10 years ago, yeah, we probably were in a it might have been in an M113, which is that like big boxy armored personnel carrier. If it had tracks and it looked like a box, it's that. Pretty much. What I could do is do myself. Oh, no, this is all destroyed. Let me see. That's an artillery battalion. Nowhere near the front line. What's the situation? We are consolidating on the ground. In Villarreal. Okay. Whoa. What is this? What are you striking?
Alright, listen up.
Going all the way up there to hit anti-aircraft guns? That's bold. A seed up there. There's a lot of it coming up there.
Alright, listen up.
What is this? Guns, but they are en route.
Alright, listen up.
This is guns as well. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of any of these missions. I could go hit a naval base. It's not something I love doing. I'd rather hit the ships if they're there. But there are none detected. had wheels, yeah, if it had wheels, it might have been the Pandur. Ooh, patrol. Here we go. Now this is something. Couple of OSAs. Do I risk setting myself up on a a package here? Let's see, I want takeoff time to be just about that, 40, push this back. I would like an escort, please. Escort. No, I should set up the aircraft first. Aircraft type. Tasmo. I want to, with the target being that. And then I want an escort. Escort target will be Viper 6. Which one of these it is a different matter entirely, but let's hope this is correct. And I would like a seed as well. Seed. Okay. Now I am going to get these to go earlier than me. Hello? Where'd it go? Did I mess this up?
Alright, listen up.
Damn it. I knew I messed this up. Yes, yes I did. Thank you, Norbert. I did select Tarkap instead of Tasmo. A dummy. Okay, let's try that again. Add package. Let's not mess this up this time. Tasmo. Yes, that's correct. This is correct. So Mako 5. Again. Now, set up the escort. Mako. Mako 5. Siad. I think I got it right, at least this time. Tasmo there. What do we have? Loadout. Let's go this way. Air to ground. Now, I will not be taking these. I will be taking my favorites. the GPU 54, because if those things are moving, I can target them. I can target them with the GPU 54 in laser guided mode. Do not need an F pod, need the sniper pod. And load to ER, okay. Use update. Ally start a major offensive, okay. It's good. Well, good thing they canceled buying. I don't think the F-35 intention to purchase is gone. I don't think it's over. I think recent developments have complicated those matters a bit, but I'd rather not get into politics. That stuff is toxic. And I'm gonna keep this SA4 here. It didn't sing, but yeah. There's a couple of SA2s here that I need to set up as pre-planned threats. Bam. Oh,
All right, listen up.
Okay, so on the first flight, let me make sure this is set up again. VHF. Okay. Saved. Save this again. And let's just go on. Going for the Gripen, yeah, I read that too, that the Gripen was on the table. Probably blame once everyone moves on to 6th gen. We have a tendency to do that when we buy stuff, when Portugal buys stuff, military, the Portuguese military buys stuff when stuff is obsolete already, so we'll see. French 5th gen. The French don't have a 5th gen. They have a 4.5. Hello, Vesper. How's it going? Welcome to the stream. Oh, still a prototype? I'm unaware of that aircraft. Okay. Good. Let's get started. Yeah, prototype will take quite a while to be fielded, so we'll see. Thanks, Vesper. That's I was like hearing that the tutorials are helping people out. That's why I do them. But yeah, I'm glad to hear it. Glad to hear that the tutorials are helping people. Okay. Let's get started. Okay. A lot of the TTE. The objective right now is Tasmo, which is going to hit some ships.
7-1, sunrise.
Going to hit some OSAs. Have you ever played VR? Yes, I have. I love VR. I just don't play VR here on stream because I can't make it look good for the stream. But like the immersion while playing VR is unmatched. Okay, let's set up 22,000. Set up Joker. Let's do 4,000 for this flight. Start this up. The alignment wasn't great, but anyways. It works. Harpoon? No. The block I'm flying does not have harpoon. It's gonna be against the OSAs, so if I'm at altitude, they're gonna be pretty harmless. So I'm gonna be dropping GBU 54s on them. Yeah, VR is the best way to play, but the worst for content.
1-1, contact tower for takeoff.
Some people can make it look
9230.
good. Me personally, much to my regret, so to speak, I've never managed to make it look good for content. Maybe one day I'll be able to make it. Okay. Set all this good stuff up. Good. Hit the ground. Let's start aligning these. They'll be excuse me. They'll be aligned by the time I am in the target area. Let's get the ATIS information.
Wind 212 degrees, 18 knots, gusts 20.
Still crosswind.
Visibility 10 kilometers or more. Sky conditions, no significant clouds. Temperature, +06 degrees Celsius. Altimeter, 1017 millibars.
017.
Gunson, information Oscar. Runway 18.
Information Oscar, runway 18. Okay.
Expect visual.
Let's do flight surfaces checks again. Speed brakes work. Takeoff time was 40, I believe. Yep. So I'm gonna time compress. the hell am I? Hang on. Oh, okay, I know where I am now. Did the engine sec and EPU bleed air mode checks? No, I do not. I know that's a part. I know there's a lot of things in the IRL checklist
Good evening, Spade
that I
2,
don't
number
do.
2 for departure.
But for
Taxi,
me,
Charlie, Papa, Echo, and hold
unless
short,
for the
runway
most
18.
part, there are some exceptions, but for the most part, if they don't affect the F-16 in game or in the sim, I forego it. And those two are, I think, two things that are not applicable. Not applicable in the sim.
Hog 4, you are number 2 for departure. Taxi,
Maybe
Charlie,
in
Papa,
maybe in
Echo,
438
and
they will
hold
be.
short, runway 18.
If they are, I need to redo the
Hog 4, taxiing.
rethink the way I do REM starts, and I'll need to do another tutorial about it, an updated tutorial.
Spade 2-1, contact tower for takeoff. Switch to 9230.
Okay, let's get rid of chocks and pins. Gunsan ground. Mako 5, 2 Vipers, request taxi, runway 18 with information ask on board.
Good evening, Mako 5, you are number 3 for departure. Hold present position. Give way to Hog 4, 2, F-15, taxiing, Papa.
Oh, a lot of information.
Mako 5, taxi, Papa, Echo, and hold short, runway 18.
Taxi, Papa, Echo, and hold short, runway 18, Mako 5. Right, let's get going. This way. This way.
Hog 4-1, contact tower for takeoff. Switch to 9230.
Having cut it, if you can probably understand why if I prolong find my way back, I feel like the navigation gets messed up, incorrectly showing me distance to waypoints. Is that after you've done air to ground work, or just even if you're just navigating and don't do any air to ground work, you get that? Does that happen even doing air-to-air stuff? That's what I'm asking.
Hammer 1 to ship. F-16. Request a taxi.
Good evening, Hammer 1, you are number 3 for departure. Taxi, Papa, Echo, and then hold short, runway 18.
Departures are kind of clogged up. Let's go ahead and tell Wingman to do a single ship lineup.
Mako 6-1, request taxi back. Mako 6-1, taxi to the ramp. Welcome back.
Are these guys gonna go or what? Like, I got stuff to do.
Hammer 1, taxiing.
A lot of traffic
Mako
on these.
6-2, request taxi back.
A lot of traffic in this area at this
Mako
time.
6-2, taxi back to the ramp. Welcome back.
Gonna miss my departure time. Yes, this is after operations in the ground and in the air. Have you cursor zeroed after you're finished with dropping bombs and all that? Because that might be it.
Warthog 1-1, request
Because when
taxi
you
back.
are using, like, for example, the TGP and you're looking around,
Warthog 1-1, taxi back to the ramp. Welcome back.
the TGP will create offsets, and it's important to hit this cursor 0 when you're all done to reset all the
Mako 5-1, contact tower for takeoff.
Reset
Switch
the
to
steer points.
9230.
contact tower for Mako 5.
Warthog 1-1, contact ground. Switch to 273-525.
Kunsan Tower, Mako 5, 2
Contact
Vipers,
ground. Switch to 273-525.
holding short runway 18 at
Hog 4,
Echo.
Tucson Tower,
Ready
wind
for departure.
210 at 9 knots. Runway 18, you're cleared for takeoff. Mako
So
5,
look
hold short.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I that's what I was referring to.
Runway 18. Hog 4,
Holding short,
contact
Mako 5.
departure.
How can this be done? Right here. You see this? CZ, cursor 0. You just press this OSB right here. After you're done, if there's a highlight on this CZ, this means that there are offsets, and if you press this OSB, those offsets will be erased, and the steer points will be corrected.
Cheetah 4-1, Tucson Tower,
Oh,
wind
just,
210
got
at
people
9
landing.
knots. Runway 18, clear for landing. Jet gear down.
You could have put them on a hold there, tower. Now everything's gonna be clogged up. Where are they? There they are. You're welcome. Oh wait, hang on. I'm in a rush to get going, and I forgot about this stuff. That a C-130? It is a C-130. Oh. Happy to see you. Some of the weapons we are using in this base are running short. Even some of the fuel tanks are running short.
Mako 5, Kunasan Tower, position and hold, runway 18.
Position and hold, runway 18, Mako 5. What kind of theater of operations? This is Korea. This is KTO. Standard KTO. Okay. Okay, now holding. Can't tell if they cleared the runway or not. I think they have. Maybe I should wait until the tower yells at me to get going, but then again, I'm already behind schedule, so let's risk it. All good, let's go.
Hammer 1, 2 ship, F-16, ready for departure. Hammer 1, hold short. Cheetah 4-1, contact ground, switch to 273-525. Mako 5, Kunasan Tower, weighing 220 at 9 knots, runway 18, you're cleared for takeoff. Mako 5-1, contact departure.
Contact departure, Mako 5-1, have a good evening. Goods on departure, Mako 5, 2 Vipers, passing 2000.
2, airborne.
Mako 5, Kunasan, departure. Depart heading 315. Resume on navigation.
Depart heading 315, resume on navigation, Mako 5.
Mako 5-2, on my way.
Rumble 7-1, F-15, 5 miles, southeast, 4,000. I need a vector for visual landing.
Good
It's
evening,
better to
Rumble
play campaign
7-1, Kunasan
and
approach.
play by yourself.
Approach, runway
Let the
18.
computer create missions or
View
create it
engagement.
yourself.
1017.
That depends.
Rumble
Mostly
71,
I let the
turn left heading 145. Hold
lately I've
4000.
been letting
Maintain
the
300
computer
knots.
generate the missions. But like for example, the mission I'm just taking off on was
Rumble
one I created
72,
myself
turn right
because
heading
all they had was
355. Hold
the
4000.
same mission
Vectors to
types
left
of going
base.
after flak guns and all that, and I wanted to do something different, so I found some patrol ships, and I'm going to drop some bombs on them, hopefully. Oh, I forgot about something. Hang on. 45, 52. Yeah, there's a holding point there. Should have deleted that for all the flights of the package. Have all the flights going.
Rumble 72, fly heading
Just going
350. Descend to 3000. Runway 18. Rumble 71, orbit for spacing 4000. Rumble 71, turn left heading 355.
Oh, but then
Hold
again, there is a
4000.
delay,
Maintain
so
210 knots.
Hammer 1 airborne. 2 ship. F-16,
Yeah.
1000.
It's not going to be an issue in that
Hammer 1, Kunasan,
aspect
departure. Depart
because of
heading
because of the delay
050. Resume on navigation.
in taking off.
Rumble
in position.
72, turn left heading
2 can
255.
go
Descend to 2000.
spread.
Vectors to final. Rumble 72, turn left to final approach course 175. Check speed. Rumble 72, contact tower, done final. Switch to 9230.
Okay. Yeah, looks like the other flights are already on their way as well. So we are going to do the same.
2 in position.
A little bit of time compression.
Rumble 71, turn right heading 355. Hold 4000. Vectors to left base.
Gonna get off of this frequency now. Guns on departure. Mako 5, departing the airspace. See you later. In which campaign in Korea are there harpoons? In this one. Just not on this F-16 block. But if you fly the KFC, the KF-52C, the Korean F-16s, they have harpoons in them. Been micromanaging missions. That is something that I've seen happen as well, and sometimes I micromanage the missions. Back in the past, way back when I used to run campaigns for multiplayer groups, I used to like have squadrons that I added myself via mission commander onto the campaign, and I'd be the one fragging every single flight of those for those squadrons. So we wouldn't have this problem. Like, I'm not sure if you were here before, but before my previous mission, on the loadout screen, the fuel tanks were running low in the base. Harms were running low. The HTS pod was running low, and there were some other stuff that was running low, and that's all due to attrition and bad management of the fleet, I believe. Okay, now let's see what this is. Fighters.
Aircraft bearing 305 1725,000.
Okay, we are gonna fence in early because there are shots going out.
2
Pitbull.
Need to turn on the lights. Yeah, the F-15s are going to work already against these fighters, whatever they are. Let's see what their type is. Dragnet 7, Mako 5, Quest Bugado.
Hog 4 Dragnet 7, be advised, threat aircraft bearing 30012 21,000. Mako 51 Dragnet 7, nearest threat bullseye 2388 20,000. Hold, Ogie, Prince, MiG-29, 2 ship.
Yeah, those are MiG-29s.
Pitbull.
But the F-15s seem to be all over them. Have you flown F-15s in BMS? Will you make lessons for on it? No. So far I have not flown the F-15. I have not found enough personal time to study it, to get to know the systems,
Hog 4,
the
Ragnar
HOTAS
7,
layout and all that,
threat aircraft
to
bearing
be able to then make
295,
tutorials about it. I wish I could, but currently I can't. It's an aircraft that I'm very interested in, but I just can't find the time to study up on it. Maybe sometime. Maybe one day. But currently, I have not yet flown it much at all. I think I've flown it since it came out like 2 or 3 times, if that. And the way it works, the ramp starts, and the way the systems work are a complete unknown to me.
Two, pitfall.
Let's get some time compression, some more of it.
Hog 4, Ragnar 7, the advised threat aircraft
These
bearing
hostiles are
290, 916,000.
running for their lives. Let's get the TGP up. It will be needed. Oh, wait. Something I forgot to do. No, I didn't forget. I did do it. Air to ground. TGP. Set. Bombs are ready. Good.
Hog 4, Ragnar 7, the advised threat aircraft bearing 3008, 16,000.
Personally, I might try to learn the A10 stuff. I feel that would potentially be more fun than the NF-15. The thing is about the A10, the fidelity on it in BMS is not fantastic.
Two, pitfall.
If I recall, even the cockpit, the way it looks is kind of still like old school. So I'm not sure what
Two, pitfall.
you could like get out of it, but I mean, feel free to try. Number 2 is over there, holding on. For this one, I think I'll level off at like 28,000.
Hog 4, Ragnar 7, the advised threat aircraft bearing 26054,000.
No, unfortunately, it is not. The only aircraft that are like full fidelity is the F-16 and the F-15. Currently in BMS, you'd have to go to DCS for full fidelity A10 if you want that. Maybe one day. I think it would be very much sought after if they did do an A10, but I know for sure that they are working on a lot of stuff. The BMS devs are. Okay, some more time compression. They're still chasing down that MiG-29.
Two, pitfall. Two, pitfall.
Okay, it's still 0.7. Okay, so we are about to trespass that SA4 I was around earlier. Let's hope it stays quiet this time, because I don't have
Hog 4,
anything to
Dragnet
really
7,
shoot it with.
advised. Threat aircraft, bullseye, 291-985,000.
I saw SA-5s emitting. Did they just get into a dogfight with that MiG-29? Or did they shoot it down? They might have shot it down, because I'm not seeing any RWR returns. Okay, my plan is I'm going to drop the bombs on I'm going to drop the bombs in JDAM mode, but I will get the laser ready, sorry. If I need to. In fact, I will change the laser code 511 511 and do that on the bombs as well. Okay. That's set. It's 0.6. Might actually start looking at 0.7 for Ghost 0.6. Okay. I want the TGP on this side.
2. Request permission to engage ground target. Bullseye. 289-105.
Okay, let's have a look at this base. See if we can find these ships. Can't really make out much just yet. The wingman seems to have something on his scope. Yeah, it's dark. TV mode isn't gonna see much. I'm pretty sure that's a ship right there. It looks like it, at least. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's one. Is this another one? Yep, I think I found them. That's one right there. The TGP is kind of freaking out. So I'm gonna drop 2 bombs on this in JDAM mode, go to the other one, drop 2 more bombs, clear the wingman to drop his weapons, and go back to base. Alright. Yep, that's definitely a ship. The TV mode sometimes during the day will help you identify things better than the white hot or the black hot. Sometimes those don't have enough visibility, so sometimes the TV mode can help with that. But that's only when and if you need it. Sorry if I missed this detail, but on GPU no, I did not set that because I will not be dropping them on. I will not be dropping them on as laser guided bombs. This time I'm going to be dropping them as JDAM. So no, I did not set the laser receive thing. Okay, all bombs gone. We are going to steer point 8. Cursor 0. Tail wingman. Free air to ground.
2, we'll go.
So yeah, I got 2 bombs going on steer point on those ships. Hopefully I can hit them. Oh boy. Where are they? Let me see if I can see them, see the impact. I might not be. So I got 1 strike, second strike on the Rosa. 1, 2. Okay, good. Yeah, I hit the target. Looks like I did. Good, good. Now the wingman will add his bombs to that. So that's gonna be that.
2, let's rock and roll.
Yeah, let's rock and roll too. Do your thing. Yeah, we can see fire down there.
GBU released.
I'm gonna let 2 do his thing. Or her thing. Or their thing. I'm gonna climb some. Set up a shallow climb.
Spade 2-1. Heading to home plate.
I think 2 had enough fun.
Hog 4-1.
He can
Heading to
rejoin.
home
Mako
plate.
5-2, on my way.
And weapons hold.
2. Mako 5-2, on my way.
On to steer point 9. I should be just doing that. Steering select. Altitude hold 35,000. Good. Check out my fuel state. Still doing pretty well. And number 2 is on their way as well. Okay, I will be going ahead and fencing out.
2.
Astronom off. Lights on. Okay, well, I think I will start to descend.
Altitude.
Passing 22,000 feet, which is fine. Let's get some more time compression. Let's see the airbase over there. I think that's it. Could be wrong. Okay, let's get on the
Hog
approach
41,
frequency.
turn right heading 015, hold 4000. Hog 42, turn left heading 020, 4000, maintain 200 knots. Spade 21,
Ah,
fly
these-
heading
there's
100,
bunch of
3000.
aircraft receiving vectors. I'll never get my transmission through. Good set approach, Mako 5, 2 Vipers, 28 miles to the northwest inbound, runway 18 overhead. Got hostiles coming back. Coming up behind us.
Mako 51, Gunasan approach. You are cleared all the way in for overhead approach. Runway 18. You engage 1016. Spade 22, fly heading 090, descend to 3000, maintain 210 knots. Spade 21, turn right heading 180, hold 3000, vectors to final.
Cleared all the way in for overhead approach, runway 18 for Mako 5.
Spade 22, turn right heading 180, hold 3000, vectors to final. Hog 41, fly heading 090, descend to 3000, maintain 220 knots, runway 18. Hog 42, fly present heading 3000, maintain 200 knots, runway 18. Hog 41, fly heading 180, hold 3000, vectors to final, runway 18.
Where's 2?
Mako 51, Gunas on approach, traffic 10 o'clock, 5 miles.
Traffic 10 o'clock, 5 miles.
Hog 42, turn right heading 180, hold
Tight.
3000, vectors to final, runway
Traffic
18.
not... Oh, there it is.
Mako 51, Gunas on approach, traffic now, 11 o'clock, 3 miles.
Oh, that's not the one. That's not the one they were talking about. Traffic not seen.
Mako 51, Gunas on approach, traffic 9 o'clock, 3 miles.
Mako 5, traffic in sight.
Spade 21, turn left to final approach course 175, check speed. Mako 51, Gunas on approach, traffic now, 8 o'clock, 2 miles. Mako 51, contact tower for landing. Switch to 9230.
Contact tower, Mako 5.
Spade 21, contact tower.
Panther 6, hold short. Mustang 21, contact ground. Switch to 27325. Mustang 22, contact ground. Switch to 27325. Spade 21, gear down. Spade 21, Gunasan Tower. Continue inbound for runway 18.
Gunsan Tower, Mako 5, 2 Vipers, initial overhead brake, runway 18.
Mako 5, Gunasan
This
Tower.
ready.
Continue inbound for runway 18. Cleared for overhead.
Continue inbound,
Spade 22,
runway 18,
on final.
clear for overhead, Mako 5.
Spade 22, Gunasan Tower. Continue inbound for runway 18.
Kind of a problematic crosswind. This is gonna be problematic, indeed. Okay.
Spade 21, Gunasan Tower. Wing 220 at 11 knots. Runway 18. Clear for landing. Jet gear down.
Mako 5-1, brake land.
Hog 41, gear down.
2,
Hog 41, Gunasan Tower. Continue inbound for runway 18.
Trinidad landing not done just yet. Anything can happen. But yeah, mission went pretty well. Managed to drop a couple of bombs on some ships, so that was pretty fun. Okay, let's see if I can not mess up this turn to final. Mako 5-1, finals, gear down.
Miko 5, Gunasan Tower. Wing 220 at 10 knots. Runway 18. Clear for landing. Jet gear down.
Clear for landing, Mako 5. That didn't go too terribly bad, considering the wind. We'll see the results, but
Hog 41,
yeah.
Gunasan Tower. Wing 220
Got
at
to,
10
drop
knots.
a bunch
Runway
of bombs
18.
on
Clear for landing.
people.
Jet gear down.
Okay, do it.
Hog 42, Tucson Tower, Wayne 220 at 10 knots, runway 18, clear for landing, jet gear down.
Is that another aircraft?
Spade 21, contact ground, switch to 273525.
All right. Let's see.
Spade 22, contact ground, switch to 273525.
Tucson Tower, Mako 5-1, vacating the active at Alpha.
Panther 6, Tucson Tower, position and hold, runway 18. Mako 5-1, contact ground, switch to 273525.
Contact ground, Mako 5.
Spade 22, request taxi back.
Tucson ground, Mako 5,
Spade
request taxi back to the
22,
ramp.
taxi to the ramp. You're cleared all the way in. Mako 5-1, taxi to the ramp. Alpha, Papa 05.
Taxi back to the ramp for Mako 5-1.
Cobra 3, 2-ship, F-16s. Request taxi.
Good evening, Cobra 3. You are number 2 for departure. Hold present position.
But yeah, it turned out this
request
mission
taxi back.
actually was a bit more
Give way
eventful than the
to
last
Panther
ones.
6-2 F-16 taxiing.
Hog 4-1, taxi to the ramp. Welcome back.
Mako 5-2, request taxi back.
Mako 5-2, taxi back to the ramp. You're cleared all the way in.
Hog 4-2, request taxi back.
Hog 4-2, taxi back to the ramp. Welcome back.
This is occupied. This is all occupied. That's free. Hey, I'm trying to change my loadout in my save, but for some reason it won't save after closing. Any tips? That's bizarre. I'd say make sure that you actually save your game after changing the loadout. That's the way it sounds. I'm not sure if you've tried that before or not, but there's something going on there. If you're changing the loadout and saving the game, if you're changing the loadout, pressing OK, and then saving the game, if the loadout still reverts, then I'm not sure what's the deal. If it's an aircraft that's still on the ground, you should be able to change the loadout at will. If it's an aircraft that's in the air, then there's nothing to do, nothing that can be done. But it's on the ground, you shouldn't have that sort of issue. Well, let's power down the aircraft and exit mission. Let's have a look at the debrief screen. Everybody came back. The F-15s got 2 MiG-29s, one apiece. And I destroyed 2 OSAs. Yeah, the 2 OSAs. Number 2 dropped 2 bombs. Just hit some stuff that was already burning. Okay, cool. That went pretty well. So I'll take a save. Let's see what the situation is. There's a major offensive going on by Blue Force. These guys are pushing up. These Su-25s are going to be a problem. I don't know why they're not being engaged, but you know, there it is. Yeah, there's troops pushing up into the DLZ right there. Yep. Just saw a hawk. This hawk right on the DLZ, the DMZ. Force levels. So their defenses have been going steadily down. Ours are holding. Naval power, we've been hitting their naval assets. Ours are still the same. Supply is always a bit iffy, same for fuel. Air bases, we've been knocking them out. They seem to have knocked one of ours out. Aircraft, we've been taking losses. They've been taking even more losses than us. Ground vehicles, we've been attritioning them, not by a huge margin, but ours have been holding as well. So, looking at the mission schedules, a bunch of deed all the way up there. Maybe next time I will create another sortie for me, maybe targeting one of these units or this one, for example. Drop some bombs on some vehicles for a change. Anyways, I'm going to call it here for tonight. For those of you that were here, thank you for watching. I enjoyed the company. I hope you enjoyed watching the stream, and hopefully see you next time. Maybe in a video, maybe in a stream. But yeah, see you some other time. Take it easy. Have a good night.